Hey guys, I'm Stevie, and for this week's discussion, I'm gonna talk about wrestling. Pro wrestling, to be more specific. My parents were watching a company called WCW, back when I was 10 years old, so 21 years ago, and I came into the living room one day in, I think, March of 99 and started watching it as well, and it took over. I fell in love. I saw a guy named Ric Flair walking down to the ring, and at the time he was a hero. He had the audience, the entire arena cheering for him just by walking down to the ring. And ironically enough, going against Hulk Hogan, who you might know from other things. And he just took over, and he's been my favorite ever since. And it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, no, it's drama and fighting all at the same time. And if you watch it enough, you fall in love with the characters. They, or you learn to hate them, because that's part of the deal too. You learn to hate them because, that's their job. It's like watching anything else on TV. You learn to hate certain people, you learn to love certain people, and yeah, and there just happens to be fighting involved, and physical fighting. But it is just like anything else. That, you watch on TV. It's like any movie or TV show. It really, it can make you so angry when, your favorite wrestler loses. Or, it can make you so happy when they finally win. There was a story last year where a wrestler had been with WWE for 11 years and had never won the top prize, which was the world title. And he finally won. And there were people in the audience who were crying. And I was one of them. I was watching at home, but I was one of them. Because he'd worked so hard, and it resonates with you. Most people don't give wrestling that credit. That, their storylines do mimic real life emotion. There are storylines where, couples break up and people cheat, and it's a soap opera for a reason. With fighting, it's a soap opera with fighting, and that you can relate to that. It uses real life situations to make the fans relate to them, and it's just it's kind of, I know I'm stumbling, I'm sorry. It's so fun to watch. It's my favorite partly because it's hard to explain, but when you I don't know, it's hard to explain why it's my favorite, and I think it's one of the reasons, I think when you love something so much, it is hard to explain, because people aren't going to get it if they don't love it. But it mimics real life in so many different storylines, but it also surpasses real life. It combines real life storylines with, superstition and things that could never happen in real life. You know, there's a there's a guy in WWE that's been with the company for 20 years who at one point was supposedly a dead guy. Which obviously cannot possibly be true. And it perfectly combines both of those things as well with athletics. These guys are some of the best athletes in the world. And they do things that people shouldn't be able to do. Like jump off of scaffolding and fall 20 feet onto another person. And they walk away. It's, I know a lot of people make fun of it, but it's amazing when done right. It inspires me because wrestlers do some of the greatest charity work that I have ever seen from any celebrities. They go to hospitals and they bring WWE brings more Make-A-Wish kids to their shows than any other form of media, and they get requested by more kids than any other form of media. You know, they visit veterans and they donate to cancer charities. And it inspires me to not only go into wrestling, which is what I want to do, but to, while I'm in wrestling, to use that to make the world a better place and to do good in this world. You know, it even something as simple as taking a picture with a little kid who watches you on TV every week and making that kid's day. You know, that is a big deal. And so wrestling has inspired me that way. To not just, you know, make good money in wrestling, but to use that status for good. So, yes, I'm wearing my WrestleMania shirt when I was at WrestleMania 10 years ago. So that's it. I think I got everything. And it's almost 8 minutes long. So thank you. Bye.